Hi beautiful black women, my name is Abby. In this video, we're talking about why Cassie had to leave the black community to find peace, love, and safety, and why so many of us may have to do the same thing. Cassie Ventura was in a relationship with Sean Diddy Combs for over a decade. On the surface, it looked like luxury, glamorous events, private jets, and high fashion. But behind closed doors, she was being abused, drugged, beaten, pimped out, and humiliated. This wasn't just a toxic relationship, it was years of calculated, violent, controlling abuse. The details coming out during the lawsuit and the federal investigation are sickening. We're talking about a man urinating on her, forcing her to sleep with escorts while he watched, allegedly beating her so badly she needed hospital care, and then covering it all up. And let's be clear, this wasn't some struggling hood dude with no options. This was one of the richest black men in entertainment. And look how he treated her. A woman he claimed to love. A woman who was beautiful, quiet, loyal, and publicly submissive. If that's what loyalty gets you in the black community, why are you as a black woman staying? Eventually, Cassie escaped. And shortly after, she married a white man, not a billionaire, not a rapper, just a regular man who loved her, who respected her, who gave her peace, support, and protection. And now, while she's being re-traumatized by court cases, media headlines, and internet gossip, he's there. He's there holding her hand. He's there standing beside her. Something P. Diddy never did, even when he pretended to care. Let's be real with ourselves. Cassie had to leave the black community to be safe. She had to leave to be loved. She had to leave to stop being harmed. Yes, Cassie is obviously biracial, but let's not play dumb. I hate to say this, but it's the truth. She was seen as being the preference. Light skin, racially ambiguous, long hair, perfect body, and even she got destroyed. So if even the preference isn't safe, what chance do the rest of us have? And yet, we are constantly told to stay, to struggle, to pray, to submit harder, to ride it out, but for what? Trauma? Babies we have to raise alone? A man who's gonna cheat, lie, beat us, and blame us when it all falls apart? This is why I don't care if you call it divesting, swirling, dating out, or just choosing peace. The label doesn't matter. The result does. And for many of us, that means stepping outside of the black community, because the love, respect, and safety we deserve is rarely found inside it. Let's talk truth. White men are obviously not perfect. Abuse happens in every community, but black women are statistically more likely to be killed by an intimate partner than any other group. And in most cases, that partner is a black man. That's not an opinion, that's a public health fact. And when we speak on it, what do we get? Gaslighting, deflection, accusations that we're bashing black men? But what do we owe a group of men who have abandoned us emotionally, spiritually, and physically? Cassie is living proof that freedom is possible when you leave. And honestly, she probably wouldn't have survived if she stayed. Some of us won't. Some of us are dying for this fantasy of black love, dying for men who feel entitled to us, but never actually love us. And this culture, it doesn't protect us. It protects predators. Just look at how Cassie is being treated right now. Even with video footage of P. Diddy stomping her out in a hotel hallway, there are still black men, and unfortunately some black women as well, calling her a liar, calling her a freak, saying she liked it, saying, you know what, she stayed too long. Do y'all realize how sick that is? Do you know how many women have to stay in abusive relationships because they're trapped? Trapped financially, emotionally, legally, or physically trapped? How many are unalived, trying to leave? But nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to talk about how hard it is to escape a rich, powerful man who has people watching your every move. What they really mean when they say you stayed too long is this. You should just shut up. That's what they really mean. That's what they really want to say. That's the core of the problem. The Black community doesn't want Black women to be free. It wants us to be quiet, to keep taking it, to stay silent while being disrespected, degraded, and dehumanized. And when we finally get the courage to speak out or leave, we get labeled as the problem. We saw it with Megan Thee Stallion when she said Tory Lanez pew-pewed her. They dragged her. They made jokes, doubted her. Even after a guilty verdict, people still said she was lying. And if she, a famous, successful, beloved woman, couldn't be believed, what hope is there for the rest of us? This isn't about celebrity drama. This is a pattern. You want to know why more Black women are dating out? It's not because we hate ourselves. It's because we have tried everything else and still got hurt. We lowered our standards, we stuck it out, we stayed loyal, and we were still left empty. Black women aren't choosing whiteness. Black women are choosing peace. So let's stop making fun of Black women who marry outside their race, because at this point, some of us are just choosing to not be unalived, not to be broken, not to raise children alone in chaos. Because let's be real, most of the Black men still in the dating pool are the ones that nobody wants. Broke, angry, narcissistic, emotionally unavailable, jealous, manipulators. And they expect us to accept it because why? Because we're Black too. Absolutely not. If Black men wanted to keep Black women, they should have treated us better. So yes, Cassie left and she's thriving, married, peaceful, raising her children in love, not chaos. And I know that scares the Black community, because the more Black women realize we don't need Black men to survive, the more control the community loses over us. But guess what? We were never created to be anyone's punching bag. Let them say you hate Black men. Let them call it betrayal. Let them whine about the Black family breaking apart. At the end of the day, Black women choosing themselves is not hate, it's healing. Choosing peace is not giving up. It's simply saying, I deserve more than this. Because you do. We all do. Cassie's story is not rare. It's just public. But behind closed doors, so many Black women are living through the exact same thing. If you take anything from this video, let it be this. You are not obligated to suffer for love. You are not required to stay in a community that refuses to protect you. You deserve softness. You deserve peace. You deserve to be heard, believed, and cherished. Cassie survived. Cassie healed. Cassie moved on. All because she left the Black community. Black love didn't just hurt Cassie. Black love completely destroyed her. Not just physically, not just emotionally, it destroyed her foundation, her sense of reality, her belief in herself. Cassie went into that relationship young, impressionable, and in love. And what did she get? A version of Black love that was rooted in control, pain, silence, humiliation, and trauma. A version where submission meant losing your voice, where loyalty meant tolerating abuse, where love was measured by how much pain you could endure. Black love didn't just break her, it reprogrammed her. Diddy didn't want a partner, he wanted a puppet. He trained her to believe that suffering was romantic, that being chosen meant being used, that abuse was just part of love when you're with a powerful Black man. And what's worse is the Black community encouraged it. They called her lucky. They said she won by being chosen by a mogul. Black love in her case wasn't about mutual care. It was about ownership, possession, performance, silence. I'm not sure if you remember this, but there was a time online where the Black community was really on Cassie's butt because how come P. Diddy hasn't married you, Cassie? Why? Black people were so hell-bent on the fact that P. Diddy and Cassie were not married after years of being together. And to that I say, thank God they didn't get married. Thank God. By the time Cassie escaped, she had to unlearn everything. She had to rebuild from scratch what love actually is, what safety feels like, what softness looks like. Because what she had wasn't love, it was a performance of love used to mask destruction. That's what Black love did to her. And that's what it's doing to so many of us behind closed doors. If you made it this far, thank you. Thank you for listening, for sitting with the discomfort, and for seeing the truth. And I'm sure it won't be easy for many women to hear, but I think it's necessary. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if this resonated with you. And as always, until my next video, love you so much. Bye.